and Ryan Schifrin. And I'm going to start off with some questions, and please feel free to clap after they respond, okay? All right, so Larry, can you hear me? All right. So for those of the audience who aren't quite familiar with the series, can you give us a quick rundown?
Well, it's an elite U.S. combat team who's they're not fighting terrorists, they're fighting supernatural beings. Instead of loading hardball ammo, they've got depleted uranium cores with silver jackets and garlic inserts, stuff like that. So it's sort of like G.I. Joe versus Monster.
I got you. What are you most excited about doing with this project, about building off of what Ryan's already done?
Well, it's getting a chance to do the military stuff in a very different way, and to do it, really gritty and without a lot of the controls and restrictions I've had for many years before. So a lot of freedom.
Are you excited about having free roam on this project? Are you excited about having free roam on this project?
Absolutely. Just like, having to do the weirdest, glorious stuff. It's going to be really very, very different than what people expected.
If you like telepathic fish monsters with fangs in the Amazon jungle, you're like
How is this project similar to some of the other projects you've worked on, or different, in fact?
Well, I've done some supernatural stuff at Marvel before, but this is a unique chance to combine all the things that I really like to do, and to have like gonzo action. And because I really think the whole thing is like just action sequences anyway, because I just try to do the stories visually. So it's not people in the room sitting around talking. It's people blowing people's heads off. While they're talking.
And so I know you've been working closely with Ryan Schifrin, so tell me a little bit about that experience.
Well, working with Ryan is really great. He's a film director and very knowledgeable about the whole visual aspect. And lots of times, I work with people and they don't quite get how a sequence works. And in the comic book industry, you deal with a lot of editors who are writers, and here I'm dealing directly with a person who was a film director, so I don't have to explain how a sequence evolves totally visually.
Gotcha. Ryan, I got the same question for you. What was it like working with him?
Well, let me ask you guys, how many fans of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are here? You guys realize that Larry created those characters. I mean, all of the G.I. Joe stuff from the 80s, this guy thought of all of it. So I think he's a genius. It's like all the toys. I'm still buying like all the G.I. Joe toys down there on the floor. So for me to be able to work with Larry on this was like a childhood dream come true. When we were doing this whole thing, it's like who better to do a military versus monsters thing than Larry. And he's great. He's taught me a lot about writing and doing comics because I come from film. So how many panels you put on a page, all that kind of stuff. I'm learning it as we go, and he's really teaching me the ropes, which is great. And also how to condense stuff. Like we had a scene where this guy's fighting a werewolf, and the version I had, it would have taken like a whole issue. That would have been the whole thing. There would be no story. So he got it down to like 8 pages and taught me like how you do all that stuff.
Larry actually knows how to kill a werewolf because he has.
So I know that the first trade collection is premiering this weekend, and there's a whole bunch of extra content. Can you tell us a little bit about what kind of stuff you've added to it?
Yeah, I mean, the trade just came out, so it's the compilation of our miniseries, and we kind of wanted to put extra stuff in there for you guys. So we treated it like a DVD release with a bunch of extra stuff. So we put, it's like a director's cut. There's deleted and extended scenes, and there's a short story by Ari Salvatore's son Gino, who is writing a book with his dad that comes out in September. So,